Good morning, Com Club, and welcome to today's Mindful Moments, when the topic is all about having gratitude, but most importantly, how having an attitude of gratitude matters, not only in business, but in life as well. And today I'm going to be taking you through some gratitude practices that you can incorporate in your life and in your day-to-day activities that you do. And what I'm really going to focus on is why gratitude matters and how this can actually help you to really just take some time to focus on celebrating the wins on this journey of your life and understanding the importance of the power of gratitude and how that can help you with your own self-development and mindset. All right, so welcome. Good morning, Paula. Thank you so much for joining us. And we've got a couple of people who've jumped online right now. And today's topic is one of my favorites, and it's a practice that I do regularly, is gratitude. A lot of you may know me as Feel Good Joey, and yeah, like one of my practices that I use to really enhance living a feel good life is gratitude. It is so important to incorporate in your day-to-day life, because you see, what can happen is sometimes in life, you know, it's not always rainbows and unicorns. We kind of wish it was, but it isn't always that way. And when things get really stressful or really overwhelmed, what happens is we tend to kind of go towards thinking, why is this happening to me? You know, why am I feeling this way for? And we start thinking about what we don't have as opposed to what we do have. So this is where we need to really think about gratitude practice and how you can shift your mind from this presence of thinking about what you don't have, a stressful situation or feeling this overwhelmed, and then thinking about, okay, I need to refocus and really draw clarity into feeling recentered again. And the way I can do this is through the power of gratitude. All right, so I want to know who is online and who's joining me today. So I've got Paula, I got Sally. Thank you so much. Sally said, why not? I like rainbows. I'm guessing you're saying, why can't we have rainbows and unicorns every day? I kind of wish we could, but in the reality of this world we live in, we do have sometimes what I call peaks and valleys. And through the valleys, that's when we can feel that stress or overwhelmed, and that's where gratitude needs to kick in. And I actually have this piece that I want to read to you. It's from Melody Beattie, and I've got the piece here, and I want to read it to you because I came across it a while ago, and it's all about gratitude, and I thought it's a perfect piece to share with you whilst I'm talking about the topic today. And here it is. So gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos to order, confusion to clarity, and it can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, and a stranger into a friend. And I really love this piece, and I thought, you know what, I really wanted to share this writing from Melody Beattie today with you, because it's so in alignment with my topic of why gratitude matters. And so can you please tell me where you're tuning in from today? I'd absolutely love to know. And throughout this live today, please share your comments and your thoughts and any questions you have. Sally said that was so good. Yes, I love that piece. It's really, really interesting. You know, I was talking to someone just last week, and I was chatting to them, and they were explaining to me that they're an entrepreneur and they feel like they're always busy. And they said to me that, you know, being an entrepreneur, work is never done. And this is so true, right? Like, work's never done. Sometimes I'll lay in bed at night, close my eyes, and my most creative thoughts will flow to me. It's like I have this moment of rest, and then I think, I got to do this, I got to do that. And I think it's important for us to understand that as entrepreneurs, as business owners, that work, yeah, it gets to that point where you're thinking work's never done, but we need to take some time out to stop and reflect. And we need to understand that we don't fall into what I like to call this busy trap, right? This busy trap. It's too easy to fall into that because we're so passionate about what we do. We want to continue to ensure that we can strive. And most entrepreneurs and business owners, we're these like high achievers, right? We just like, we slog it out. We work really hard because we want to, because we love what we do, right? But it's really important that we don't get burnt out in the process. Thank you so much. I'm seeing a bunch of love hearts come through, and that's so encouraging. So thank you so much to those of you tuning in, giving me some little love hearts. It's awesome. So I am talking about, like, you don't want to get burnt out and you don't want to feel overwhelmed. We don't want to get back to that stressed feeling that I was sharing a few moments ago. So what do we need to do that can help us with maintaining a strong, positive mindset? So we need to ensure that we do set a time aside each week for rest and to recharge. Yes, powerful, right? Rest and recharge. It sounds so simple, but it's something that we need to remember to do. And what we can do is, throughout times of rest and recharge, is we need to really think about how we can start expressing gratitude. So how can we be thankful? Because being thankful is really this essence which helps us. It's essential for our soul, and it helps us to refuel ourselves as well, right? It's like this nourishment for your body with these positive words of affirmation and this thankfulness and gratitude. This practice really provides us with the space to recognize and appreciate and acknowledge all the amazing things that and components and experiences and relationships and so much more that's in our life. So I'd like to say, first of all, welcome Lucky. She's just said good morning. She's tuning in all the way from Melbourne. Yes, I hope it's nice and warm over there. Hey Lucky, great to have you. So I am talking about an attitude of gratitude this morning. So if you have just joined me, so far I shared a beautiful piece. Go back and watch it on replay later. It's from Melody Beattie, all about gratitude and how it can really help you from confusion to clarity, chaos to order, building a house to a home, really forming relationships from a stranger to a friend. And all this stuff can just happen through gratitude. And so what I'm talking to you now about is gratitude and the importance of it in your life, not only in business, but in your life, in your relationships that you have. And research has actually suggested that having moments to pause in your life and be at peace with what we have can have this positive impacts on us. And these positive impacts are going to help us emotionally and mentally and physically with our health. So it's really important that we are taking times out to stop, to rest, to reflect, to recharge, and just have these moments of mindful moments to pause. It just refuels us and re-energizes us. So yeah, it's really important to remember that don't lose your drive. We love to be driven, right? We love to have dreams and aspirations. And as I was mentioning earlier, as entrepreneurs, we are busy and we like to have these high standards for achievement, and we have these big things that we want to work towards. But it's really important that in order to accomplish all of our desires, we need to have time out to rest, refuel, reflect. And know that throughout this journey, your business journey, your life journey, your journey in your relationship with your partner, with self, with others, that you need to appreciate what we have in this moment right now. And pause. Appreciate this moment right now. All right, I'm getting some comments coming through right now. So Sally says, so true. I was super stressed yesterday. Then I saw a lady who had severe scoliosis bent over, and I was like, why am I even worried? I'm so grateful for my health. Yes, so you can sometimes take moments to pause in your life and say, I'm so grateful for my health. That's right. And a moment ago, I was just saying that in life is about a journey, and it's about appreciating what you have in this moment right now. And it's important to understand that life is filled with moments. Life is filled with moments. There's moments in your day when you're working. There's moments that you're going to have with clients. There's moments that you're going to have with, taking time out to work out and appreciate your health and work on your health. There's moments that you're going to have in a relationship, whatever it may be. But in those moments, how do you seek the good of gratitude for those moments that you have? You see, with gratitude, what gratitude actually does is it allows us to really think about refueling the soul, refueling and energizing, and being like when you go to the gym and you work out, you're working out that bicep, right? Gratitude works out our love, and gratitude works out our appreciation. Gratitude works out our positivity. So just like you're working out your bicep at the gym, it's important for us to work out our mindset through practices such as gratitude. And very soon what I'm going to do is share with you 6 gratitude practices you can include into your daily life or weekly life. But before I go ahead with that, a few more of you have tuned in so far. Tell me, what's your favorite part of gratitude I've shared with you this morning? Is it that little bit about remembering to stop, rest, reflect, and recharge? Is it those 3 R's that you're taking away so far? Is it that point to remember to stay focused, but enjoy the moments and enjoy the journey and take some time out for some peace? Is it maybe a little piece of information that I shared with you so far from Melody Beattie, where it was all about how gratitude helps us take chaos into order? What's a little golden nugget that you have received so far from today's live? I'd love for you to share below. So always think about, like, sometimes we really think that, okay, we're going to really hope that these things work out, right? We're going to hope that they work out. But then there's always these things where we hold and we pause for a moment and we think, hold on, we're sitting here hoping, we're striving, we're driving, but we've got to pause in the journey of life and reflect. And how we reflect is through gratitude. So right now I'm going to share with you 6 gratitude practices that you can work on and incorporate in your life. You may like to just take away 1 or 2 of these. I use a couple of these, not all 6 at once. That would be a lot of work every single day, and I am all about being practical and being real. So I'm asking you if you could just take away 1 of these practices, but I want to share 6 because throughout my life, at some point or another, I've used all 6. Okay, not all at once, but I've used them throughout my life, and I really hope that just one of them resonates with you whilst you're watching this live. And I do hope that you can just incorporate this in your life to help you feel happier. And I've got a few comments coming through saying that both Lucky and Sally has said, enjoy the moment. Yes, super important to enjoy the moment because that's life's full of moments. I always say that, this is a moment I'm enjoying right now. Like sometimes my son is super active, like Giuseppe is so active. And then sometimes he will sit there and he will just be sitting on his little lounge at home and he'll be having his little snack. And I'm like, I'm enjoying this little moment for us to relax. As well as I love the moments when we run around at the park. So they're like split moments. There's also moments that you had in business when you're working and you're doing something really great, and in that moment you're like, wow, my clients are getting all their results that they've worked so hard for, and you've got to soak up and enjoy that moment and know that you've helped them on that journey and now they're reaping all those rewards. So in short is soak up and enjoy the moment. So here is number 1. I did say I'm going to share with you 6 gratitude practices, and the first one is this. Morning gratitude steps. So you can go outside. I prefer to say go outside in fresh air, and I do this practice down by the beach, to be honest, because I love the ocean. I love the energy it has and just the fresh air there. And in the morning gratitude steps, with every step I take, I say I am thankful for, and then I will finish the sentence and I'll do like 20, 30 steps of just gratitude. Just like 20 things, like even the simplest of things, like I am thankful for this time I have right now to do these gratitude steps. I never forget, like once I was living in Canada, it was so cold there, but I used to do yoga, which was like it was about a 3 blocks walk to the yoga studio from where I was living. And it was like super cold, but I was like all rugged up and, I had my gloves on, all snug. And I remember like walking in the snow with my snow boots, doing gratitude steps for like 3 blocks to the yoga studio. And like just as I was stepping the whole way, it was just like, I am thankful for, I am thankful for. And I was like, I am thankful for this snow to be able to go slish slosh through. Like it was like the simplest, funniest, silliest things. But you find these moments of gratitude, and what it does is it creates this flow in your mindset of positivity and you're seeking the good. So morning gratitude steps work really, really well. The second one is evening reflection. And this can be done at the dinner table, with if you're sharing dinner with someone, and just simply be like, what was the best part of today and what can we reflect upon and have gratitude for today? And you're just sharing with somebody else like some gratitude for the best parts of today. And when this practice is really good, is like really, really useful, is on those days where you've had a really bad day. Yeah. So those days where you're like, that was such a bad day. That was like super tough. That's when this practice works well, because what it does is it helps you to shift your mindset into thinking, okay, let me just think of something I'm grateful for today. Just at least one thing. Like it might have been like one of your co-workers came and brought you a coffee when they knew you were super stressed. And in that moment, you're like, I am so grateful for that person who brought me that coffee today, because they could see I was pretty overwhelmed, pretty stressed, didn't literally move from my desk, but they took a moment in their day to be thoughtful enough to bring me that coffee. So, you know, using that practice, like anytime is great, but sharing with others and really sort of seeking that good, even on the most stressful of moments, can help you to shift that energy. All right, the third one is, and this is a gratitude practice, if you have a team that you can incorporate this with. So we do this at COM every Friday afternoon. We go around and we do a gratitude practice in our team, and we go around and we acknowledge someone who's done a great job, and we also say thank you to someone for something that they've done or they've helped us with. So it's really about acknowledging and thanking others. So that's a really great practice that you can do. I'm seeing some little thumbs and love hearts come through. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for these little thumbs up, because I know that, you know, everyone's listening on the other end, and I'm hoping that you're enjoying this gratitude practices. If you are, please write yes below, so I know you're enjoying this content that I'm sharing with you. And you know, here at COM, we also do a bit of acknowledgement and gratitude each week with within our team, where we really express with each other, you know, thank you to this person because you did great. Sometimes what we do is we do a thing called 333. And we go outside in the fresh air and we take like a happy sack ball and we throw the ball to someone and we say thank you to, and we throw the ball to that person and we thank them for something they've done. So we make it a bit of fun as well. So if you have a team, that's something you could incorporate with. I know in our ninjas, our awesome ninjas, shout out to all of you. High five, all the ninjas. We always do something that we are grateful for at the end of all our live workshops, you know. We look at reflection on what we learnt today, but we always end with something we're grateful for in our lives. Because here at COM, we are strong believers in positivity, having an awesome mindset to help you push through to, and having community that you can work with who are in that same flow. And gratitude is where it stems from, just having that thankfulness for those who you work with and those who are on your journey with you as well. All right, so that was number 3. If you're just joining in now, Lucky said, I miss 333. I know, Lucky, we miss you too here at COM. 333 is so much fun. We really love it. And let me know if you're going to incorporate that into your workplace. It is a great practice to do. Sally says 100% yes. Okay, so the first 3 were morning gratitude steps that you can take. The second one is a nightly gratitude, sharing it with somebody at the dinner table. And the third one is a team gratitude if you have a team in your business. The fourth one is a partner gratitude. Now this one here, the partner gratitude, is I've actually done this practice with my best friend, and it is really beautiful. And it's in kind of alignment with a bit of meditation. So we went out to the beach at Coogee Beach, and we just sat down, closed our eyes, and we just set the clock for 5 minutes on my phone. So we set the clock to go down, and what we did is we sat there in partners together and closed our eyes, and I said, I am grateful for, so it was like, I am grateful for my family and friends. And then my friend, she said, I am grateful for, and she said something. Then I said, I am grateful for, and we continued to alternate that for 5 minutes. And then after 5 minutes, we're like, oh, that went really quick. We're on a roll. Okay, let's do another 5. So we did like another 5 minutes. So if you just have like 5 minutes and you want to share this practice with someone, you can do it anywhere. You don't have to go down the beach. But for us, we kind of incorporated it with like a meditation practice and finished it off with some gratitude. But it's quite powerful to really just bounce off someone else. And, you know, sometimes you might be like struggling to come up with some gratitude you have. So working with somebody, they can help provide you with some ideas. I know she said some things and I was like, oh, wow, yeah, I'm really grateful for that too. Like, I'm grateful for my health. And I didn't think about just some simple things, and she did. And we both helped each other. So if you're struggling to really find some thoughts of gratitude, pair up with someone who you know can really do this practice well with you and can really help you to just boost that positivity and gratitude within. All right, now the 5th one up to number 5 is to write it in a journal. So have some gratitude and just write it in a journal. So yeah, I use Evernote is great. You could use that, just the Evernote app. Or you could do the old school piece of paper and pen, as I showed you earlier. I had written down this piece to show you all, so you could do the old school way. I love that as well. And pretty much just jot down, just start by saying, I am grateful for, and just put 10 points. Just give that a go. And basically, it's just about writing those 10 things that you're grateful for in your journal or in your Evernote, somewhere like that, and really getting it out there. Now, here is the last point that I'm going to share. Actually, no, I'll give you two more. So the next one is words of affirmation. So words of affirmation are basically having this positive gratitude that you can share. There's this great book called Love Languages. If you haven't read it, if you have read it, let me know below if you read Love Languages, and they talk about words of affirmation in there and understanding what words of affirmation, what love language certain personalities are for people that you're quite close to, so it can help you with understanding that flow, that relationship. And I'm a big words of affirmation person, so I'm a person who loves to hear, oh yeah, good job. And I think that through words of affirmation of gratitude to others, exactly the way I expressed it, like we do with our team, it might be just having those words of affirmation of gratitude to a partner, a friend, a family member, a business colleague, whoever it may be. By sharing that words of affirmation, it not only helps them to feel good, but it also helps you to refuel and reaffirm the positivity within. And the final one I want to share with you today is random acts of gratitude. And ways in which you can do random acts of gratitude is this. Simple things like words of affirmation, like I just mentioned. Or it could be something like just sending a friend a bunch of flowers with a little thank you note if they've done something which has been really, great for you in your life. But it's really just about sharing with others this random acts of gratitude, like bringing somebody something which you know will make them smile. So, and saying thank you for helping me out last week when I needed it the most. Okay, a really long time ago, I had a baby, not that long ago, he's like 15 months old now. And so the first sort of 6 months, I kept thinking to myself, I want to send my obstetrician and my naturopath just a little handwritten note in the mail. I just wanted to just to say thank you so much for everything, right? And it took me like ages, like nearly like 6-7 months to send it to them. And I could have easily said, oh, you know what, the time's come and gone. I had him like 6 months ago. It doesn't matter anymore. But I didn't. I sent it in the mail, and it was a total random act of gratitude because it was like I kept thinking about it. Like I just wanted to express so much gratitude for helping me on the journey I'd been on. So I did. I just, popped a little photo of my son in there, wrote a little thank you note, and sent it off. Recently, we were in San Diego at a conference, and we stayed at this hotel for a week, and the room service people kept coming in and servicing our room every day, and they did such a great job. Like, it was like spick and span, super clean, like every day, right? So at the end of our stay before we left, I gave them a tip, and I wrote a note saying, thank you so much for cleaning our room every day. It was such a pleasure to come home to every night after the busy conference to a clean room, and it was just so enjoyable. And here's some expression of gratitude, and I left them a tip with it. It's something so small, but it could mean so much to anyone, right? So there's a couple of examples for you. I'll often do things like occasionally I'll bring in Krispy Kremes. Yes, I know they're a little bit cheeky, but sometimes I'll bring in Krispy Kremes to my team, and I'll be like, thank you so much, team. Just like random acts of kindness, of expression. You're all doing an amazing job. I'll bring them something in. So how can you really do random acts of gratitude and kindness to others around you to really help you with activating that gratitude in your life? You see, sometimes you might be thinking when you're listening to these mindful moments, like, how does this kind of work out with like business and marketing and everything? But how it works is like, we need to be like living at this high frequency of positivity and to be in this really good flow for our work and everything that we do on a day-to-day basis. To have clarity, we need to ensure that we are practicing mindfulness moments because we don't want to get burnt out. Like I spoke about at the beginning of this live, I mentioned that we don't really want to get stuck in this like busy track where we're just so busy, and it's like a hamster wheel, right? We're going round and round and round and round and round, but we're not taking time to stop and reflect and recharge. So I'm going to finish up with today's live today. Lucky has said that was the best Thank you so much. Lucky for tuning in. Tim said happy Monday. Thanks, Tim, for tuning in. Thank you, Paula. Thank you, Sally. I saw Richard on there for a bit. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And if you're watching this on replay a little bit later, please share with me below what your favorite thought is from today's Mindful Moments episode that I've shared with you, which has been all around the attitude of gratitude. There are the 6. Let me recap them before I wrap up today. There's actually 7. I threw in an extra one at the end. So the first one is morning gratitude steps. The next one is nightly reflections. Have that evening reflection at the dinner table, which is really looking at gratitude throughout the day. The third one is, can you do a team gratitude with those around you in your workplace? The fourth one is a partner gratitude activity. I mentioned I did the activity with my best friend down at the beach. I said, I am grateful for, then she said she is grateful for, then we alternated, okay? So think about that as well. The fifth one is you can write some gratitude down in a journal, Evernote, whatever you use. Just jot down 10 gratitude thoughts. The sixth one was words of affirmation, so expressing gratitude to others, actually going and saying, I'm so thankful for that. Thank you so much for helping me with that. And the final one was random acts of gratitude that you could do that you know will bring happiness to others, but you know also to will make you feel good in expressing that gratitude to others around you. So I hope that you have found today's episode really helpful with activating that positivity, that feel-good thoughts, really getting in that positive mindset and understanding that when things do get a little bit challenging, when we do feel a little bit overwhelmed, when stress does come over us, we just need to stop and practice some peace. And I'll leave you with this thought. It's a great thought from Gabby Bernstein. If you haven't heard of her, she's a fantastic author in America. And she says this. She says, I choose to see peace instead of this. I choose to see peace instead of this. So when you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed, how can you see peace instead of this? And how can you turn to having some gratitude and reflection? Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.